Chapter 41. You are listening at novelfull.audio. There are too many disappointments in life. Lin Feng is no longer worried about money, but he still encounters idiots everywhere. The country still has a long way to go in education, and there is a long way to go. Name, Wang Dong. Information, a rich second generation from the provincial capital who came to Suzhou to study. His family has considerable assets. And the former school beauty rejected the other party's love in public in order to get the compensation from your parents, and chose to throw herself into your arms. This matter has always been the main reason for his hatred. Feeling that the rich second generation from the provincial capital who has seized the opportunity for revenge, he wants to humiliate his enemy. Lin Feng was speechless. People's IQ really has nothing to do with money. The joke is that she is a scumbag, and she has also suffered from many dirty diseases. This grandson can be said to have escaped a disaster, but now he wants revenge. This damn self-esteem is simply bursting. Sir, I'm really sorry, let me help you arrange a business manager. The lady at the door was very polite and professional. Wang Dong heard it and sneered. He is still buying a house here. Funny. Damn, I am funny to buy a house. I want to buy a large flat with lake view. There is only one lake view house in Jinhuyuan, and the value starts from 20 million. If you can afford it, I will eat shit. Lin Feng was immediately interested when he heard this. The main thing is that he can really afford it now. The other party said this, so he should satisfy his wish. He smiled faintly, picked up the advertising paper in his hand, and said with a smile, "Sorry, I really want to buy it, not only to buy it, but also to buy this one with the best view." Have you recently joined the fraud industry? Lin Feng was already very happy in his heart. This was a chance for him to show off. He should be low-key and crazy. He was ready to complete the transaction immediately and let the other party suffer a setback, if for nothing else, just to vent his anger. Hint, this plan is not the best decision. Please consider it carefully. If you insist on doing so, the system will not stop you. Lin Feng thought to himself, people live a breath. The previous owner lived too aggrievedly. I finally became successful. Can't I have some fun? That he didn't intend to listen to the system. At worst, he would run away. Your decisive character has passed the test. The best plan, leave the sales office and give the house to the rich second generation. You don't need to find such a reason to persuade yourself not to be impulsive. The best plan is to leave the sales office. Is it funny? He can't bear this anger. This exquisitely built sales office will catch fire in 10 minutes due to an air conditioner explosion. The rich second generation will suffer. 40% of the skin on his arm will be burned, and his female companion will be disfigured. What the hell? Lin Feng was just about to stop pretending, but was shocked by this sudden change. At this time, Wang Dong turned on the mocking mode again. Lin Feng, don't act cool if you can't afford it. 20 million is not 200 yuan. Do you have the ability to do that? And I want this lake view flat. I advise you not to humiliate yourself. Dear, why are you talking to a poor guy? Let's go to the sales office. That's right. It's unlucky to lower your own value. Let's go and buy a house. Wang Dong hugged his female companion and strode towards the door of the sales office. At this time, the receptionist felt very guilty. She quickly said, "Sir, I'm really sorry for giving you a bad experience." This receptionist is a person with professional ethics. She has a simple personality and is kind. If there is no external intervention, she will be buried in the sea of fire and become the only death. Good people don't live long, and bad people are left for thousands of years. The words left by our ancestors still make sense. Lin Feng is very selfish, but that doesn't mean he is cold-blooded. This is a high-end community, and you can always see rich people here. From beginning to end, the little girl did not despise him. Lin Feng is ready to give it a try. If he can save her, it will be a piece of cake. If he can't save her, it is destined, and he can't escape this disaster. He will not risk exposing himself to save people. Miss, what's your name? My last name is Liu. My last name is Lin. Miss Liu, are you a salesperson here? Mr. Lin, to be honest, I just joined the company and I don't have much experience at the moment, so I'm just a receptionist for the time being. I think your leader arranged this position because you are beautiful, right? Lu Xiaoyun blushed slightly, and was a little shy after what Lin Feng said. She sighed and said helplessly, no way, any newcomer in any business has to start from scratch. Then if you sell the house now, will it be considered as performance? The manager said that if you have the ability to sell it, it will also be considered as performance, but it's so difficult. Okay, find a place to sit down and introduce me to the real estate here. Don't worry, I have no other intentions, I really want to buy a house. Lu Xiaoyun did not doubt that although Lin Feng gave him the feeling of being lazy Langdan, but quite safe, however, he showed an embarrassment on his face. The new salesperson who will go to the sales center to clean up in 10 minutes, she has done all the hard work. Good people are bullied. Lin Feng smiled and said, I am a customer. Tell your manager that it will be fine to accompany the customer to discuss business. Lu Xiaoyun didn't want to miss the opportunity, so she called the manager immediately. The other party only gave her half an hour, but this was enough for Lin Feng. The sales office is about to catch fire, the fire caused 12 injuries, and the entire team will be reorganized. In the blink of an eye, all these people have to be replaced, and they have little to do with Lu Xiaoyun. The two found a street-facing view in a coffee shop not far away. This position just happened to see the sales center. Mr. Lin, what do you need? I will try to introduce it to you. I still like the lake view flat just now. Lu Xiaoyun was a little embarrassed when she heard it. She lowered her voice and said, the man just went in to find the old salesman. If he likes this apartment, I don't think I can beat him. I'm sorry, Mr. Lin. It's not your fault. What's there to be sorry about? Hey, how about I find a senior salesman for you? It's okay. He will definitely be able to buy it. I don't think so. You are sure you can't beat others? Have confidence. As soon as Lin Feng finished speaking, a scream came from his ear, accompanied by an explosion in the distance. Fuck, what's going on? There's a war. There's an explosion over there. What's going on? Is there a liquefied gas leak? Oh my god, isn't that the sales center of Jinhuyuan? Damn it, how many people will die? Fortunately, there may not be anyone at this time. Lu Xiaoyun was stunned. An explosion occurred in her workplace. At this time, she should be cleaning inside. Judging from the intensity and impact of the explosion, she will definitely be affected. It was over 30 degrees, but she felt a chill on her back. If Lin Feng hadn't asked her to discuss the house, she would have been in danger of death. The pleasure of surviving a disaster is hard to describe in words. Mr. Lin, this. Don't think too much. It was an accident, which means you are not destined to die. Fortunately, I didn't enter, otherwise I would have died or been injured. P.S. Is anyone watching? If anyone has, please let me know. Please urge for updates. 5-star praise, thank you. Chapter 42. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Various sirens were heard in the distance. In the blink of an eye, the door was surrounded by people. Thick smoke rose from the sales center, and it was dark. At this time, Lu Xiaoyun's mobile phone rang, and she quickly picked it up and put it to her ear. Hello, Manager Chen, I'm fine. I was with a client in the coffee shop next door to introduce a house, and I escaped. Ah. All seriously injured. Oh. I know. A new salesperson who was temporarily entrusted with an important task. At present, the sales center will compensate employees due to the accident. She was appointed as an important person to handle daily affairs. The developer of Jinhuyuan is out of real estate, which has strong funds. The compensation for these employees is not a big problem. Outer Real Estate is one of the most powerful real estate companies in China and one of the Fortune 500. Lu Xiaoyun was lucky enough to get into trouble. The fire in the sales center was quickly extinguished by the fire brigade. When Lin Feng and Lu Xiaoyun arrived at the scene, they saw a group of injured people being carried out on stretchers. How can I put it? It was so tragic. No one was intact. Moreover, these people were seriously injured and lay on stretchers. breathing faintly. Ah! It hurts so much. Is my skin peeling off? Woo-woo, call my dad and ask him to find the best doctor. I don't want to die. Wang Dong lay on a stretcher and passed by Lin Feng and Lu Xiaoyun. Seeing Lin Feng looking refreshed after that tragic scene, if it wasn't for the wrong occasion, he really wanted to mock this grandson in person. After waiting for about 5 minutes, Lu Xiaoyun, who had finished communicating with the police, hurried to Lin Feng's side. Mr. Lin, we can't work here for the time being. How about we go to the temporary office tomorrow to talk? It's better to do it today than today. Ah. So urgent? You don't have an office, can you sign the contract? Lu Xiaoyun nodded like a chicken pecking at rice. As long as we have the equipment, the system we use will be fine. That's fine. Has the house been sold? Mr. Lin, there should be an accident halfway through the discussion, so the transaction was not completed. Okay, I bought it, let's go through the formalities. What's wrong with you, Miss Lu? No. Nothing, Mr. Lin, are you? Are you kidding? This house costs 20 million yuan. How can this be a joke? Full payment, we can trade immediately. According to the industry rule of 2 points of commission, this house can get 400,000 yuan. Excluding the money deducted by the sales center, the commission she can get is also a considerable amount. She just escaped death, and now the overwhelming wealth has come to her door again. I did nothing, just served customers according to the employee ethics, and ended up encountering such a good thing. Ms. Lu, what's wrong with you? Mr. Lin, thank you so much. Lu Xiaoyun was grateful and thanked him sincerely. Lin Feng didn't want to get entangled. He and the other party would only be people from 2 different worlds. It's not that he looked down on her, but they wouldn't have too many intersections in the future. At around 9 o'clock in the evening, the house purchase contract and procedures were completed. Next, he just had to wait for the certificate to be obtained, and he didn't have to do these. Mr. Lin, can I treat you to a midnight snack? No, I have something else to do. I will notify you when the procedures are completed. Miss Lin, I wish you a bright future. It wasn't until Lin Feng's back disappeared into the night that she came back to her senses. At that moment just now, she was actually distracted. So handsome. Ah, bah, I'm sick. He's just a customer. How could someone who can afford 20 million yuan like me? Her cheeks flushed and she left with her head down. Damn, I almost owed another love debt. Lin Feng cursed and came to a barbecue stall, ordered some skewers, and asked for 2 bottles of beer to drink. He was not pretending. After meeting Chu Shanshan, no woman has caught his eye so far. That woman is too perfect. She is the dream lover of all men. I don't know how long it will take to meet again. I hope that next time we meet, I can do whatever I want. Lin Feng drank a glass of beer and a few skewers of lamb skewers, and finally felt a little satisfied. In the past, I had to count the points when I ate skewers, but now I can be considered to be on the rise. After moving into the Lakeview flat, I finally have a place to stay in Suzhou. A fugitive murderer, who is from abroad, is currently using a fake identity to roam around. In the next 2 years, he repeatedly avoided danger and successfully escaped the police. Half a year later, this murderer will commit a robbery and murder case that shocked the Northwest and successfully escape. A year later, he robbed a local credit union in a remote village in China, and the amount was as high as millions and then escaped again. 2 years later, because of loneliness, he went to the bath center to relax. When he was recognized by the front desk, he called the police. After an hour of fierce fighting, the police paid the price of 2 people being seriously injured before they completely captured him. Lin Feng shuddered. Did he meet a wanted criminal again? But he was very decisive this time and did not mean to call the police. Just kidding, there is always something wrong wherever he appears. A few wanted criminals were caught in half a month. For this matter, let alone the police, ordinary people would have to suspect that there is something wrong with themselves. He quickly looked away. This kind of person is very cautious and has strong anti-detection ability. If he finds something wrong, it will be troublesome. I am not afraid. I can kill 100 murderers at will. I am afraid of angering this guy and harming innocent people. Friendly reminder, you can use the identity duplication technique to perform a third identity duplication. It can be very useful at critical moments. Not only can you conceal the truth, but you can also kill the real wanted criminal by borrowing a knife to send him to justice. Let yourself copy the identity of a wanted criminal. This is a big risk. If something goes wrong, you will be the scapegoat. Lin Feng hesitated, he couldn't make up his mind. After all, this was about his personal safety. Tip, copy this identity, and you can experience unbridled violence again. Thinking back to the feeling of beating up Yen, it was so cool, that guy's face was hit by me like a ball, and then I patted my butt and walked away. It felt so good. As long as you are careful, it shouldn't be a big problem. Consumption of points, 30W, the use of character copying technique is successful, the target information has been recorded, you can use it at any time. New information appeared in the task information database that comes with the system. Lin Feng glanced at it and felt frightened. This grandson is a Chinese, but he has long been a foreigner. He was a mercenary before, and he had to run back because he offended a force he couldn't afford to offend abroad, because he has no legal identity, he has no other special skills except killing, so he started to kill people and rob anyway. He would just do it for half a year. He knew the horror of the Chinese police, so he kept a low profile. He rented a house, ate at roadside stalls, and used mostly cash to avoid being caught. 10 minutes later, the wanted criminal got up and left, and soon disappeared into the night. Lin Feng wiped his mouth, lit a cigarette and started smoking. He was going to take a break and then find a hotel to rest. At this moment, someone suddenly patted his shoulder. "Boy, are you done eating? If you're done, leave quickly, we want this position." Chapter 43. You are listening at novelfull.audio. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm letting you go after you finish eating, don't you understand? No, I'm done, can't I take a break? Is there such a rule in night stalls? Lin Feng saw that there were 4 or 5 people on the other side, all young people. If you didn't know, you would think that he owed them money. They all had stern faces, and judging from their clothes, they didn't look like children from ordinary families. He had seen rich second generations like Yen Feng and Wang Dong. The temperament of children from rich families is different from that of ordinary people, but the group of people in front of him was obviously much higher than those 2 guys. These people's contempt for themselves came from the bones. It was as if the disdain for the poor was engraved in their bones when they were born. Although it was annoying, that kind of temperament was definitely not comparable to Yen Feng and his ilk. Ordinary people would be so inferior to him, but who was Lin Feng? He came here through time and got the golden finger. If he spoiled them, he would have come here in vain. Here's 2,000 yuan, get out now. One of the young men threw down 2,000 yuan and asked Lin Feng to leave. Lin Feng, holding a cigarette, said lightly, I'll give you 2,000 yuan each, get out now. The faces of the few people changed when they heard this, and there was a hint of teasing in their eyes. It was funny that someone used money to get rid of them. Boy, I'll tell you one last time, get out now, you can't afford to offend the people who will come later. Why waste your words with him? 5,000 yuan, take it and leave. At this time, the owner of the barbecue stall found something wrong and quickly put down his work and walked over. Let's talk it out, I'll set up a table for you, don't hurt the harmony. Although the boss runs a night stall, the business is amazing, even more than many well-known physical stores. The roadside parking spaces near the night stall are all Mercedes-Benz and BMW. Obviously this is a night snack stall with excellent taste, and many people come here for it. An important person will come to eat supper later. This kid is taking up such a big seat by himself. Is that reasonable? Kid, I advise you to take the money and leave. Don't make trouble for yourself. The boss is a man who has seen the world. He learned how to make barbecue from the Northeast, and the taste is unique in Suzhou. In recent years, countless internet celebrities and rich second generations have come here for his reputation. This group of people is obviously not ordinary. Little brother, I will set up a single table for you, and then give you a discount on today's dishes. Don't cause trouble, otherwise I can't set up the stall. I beg you. A middle-aged man who makes a living by a barbecue stall. He has 3 children at home and his wife works as a screwdriver in a factory. They earn hard-earned money. He doesn't want to see sudden incidents and lose the opportunity to make money. Boss, I don't want to embarrass you, but these guys are too much. Forget it, I'll give you face and let them take the position. Lin Feng didn't plan to let it go so easily. He had plenty of ways to vent his anger, but there was no need to implicate the boss, and there were already many onlookers around him, and he didn't want to make things worse. Stop, you're not leaving because of the boss's face. What do you think we are? Idiots. Humph, poor bastards can only talk fast. We're too lazy to argue with you. Take the money and get out. Save a few more skewers to eat. Are you kidding? Is he short of 5,000 yuan now? Lin Feng just wanted to find a place to hide, and wait for these people to finish eating, and then teach them a lesson. What? A society ruled by law. It's okay to turn into Wang Hu and beat them up. Anyway, this guy is now a vegetable, so it's okay to take the blame. Come back and take the money. Are you sick? Donate more money, I don't need it. These people are obviously used to a life where others have to obey them unconditionally, and they can't refuse to take money. Their glass hearts were broken at once. Take it if I tell you to. What? Do you think the money is dirty? 5,000 yuan is a month's salary for ordinary people. Suddenly, a cold voice came to Lin Feng's ears. The moment the 2 young men looked up, a trace of fear flashed in their eyes. Mr. Wang, you are here. Wait a minute, we will let him go immediately. Lin Feng glanced at the young man who was walking from a distance, sword-like eyebrows, star-like eyes, a sharp face, upright facial features, wearing white casual clothes, extraordinary temperament. Every move he made was casual, but it made people feel superior, especially the indifferent eyes, as if everything around him was air, including the 2 thugs who came to make trouble. What? Do you think 5,000 is not enough? How about another 5,000, name, Wang Tsong, identity, son of the chairman of Aoshan Technology, personality, cold-blooded, arrogant, snobbish, romantic. This is Huaxia Zhen, a genuine second-generation rich man, who seems to be eating at a roadside stall, but is actually very unrealistic. If you make him angry, the consequences will be serious. If you take the 5,000 yuan and leave, nothing will happen. If you don't take it or add 5,000 yuan, the other party will think that you are asking for too much and are ignorant of the times, which will cause endless troubles. That he can find some traces of this name from the depths of his memory. He belongs to the top group in the circle of second-generation rich men in China, but he also has a bad temper. But this kind of character is really not something that ordinary people can afford to offend. The previous owner's memory of him comes from TV and online news. He is basically a legendary figure. Lin Feng does not intend to take the money, and the feud has already been made. Find an opportunity tonight and let this kid lie in the hospital for a few days, take away 5,000 yuan, settle the matter, give the other party a false impression that you have compromised for money, paralyze the other party, and forget about you. Use this second-generation rich man to eradicate the dangerous vagrants roaming around in Suzhou, and you will get a lot of benefits. Lin Feng was speechless. This damn system didn't even give him a complete hint, and asked him to guess a riddle. What's the relationship between the vagrant criminal and Wang Tsong? Boy, are you going to leave or not? Why are you in a daze? Do you really want to give you 5,000 yuan? I warn you not to push your luck. Take the 5,000 yuan and get out of here. Don't hang around here. If this rich second generation is beaten, the consequences will be serious. The perpetrator will be dug out at all costs. Lin Feng's heart moved, and he finally understood the logical relationship inside. It's a bit exciting to play like this. Hey, what's wrong with you? I took the 5,000 yuan. Thank you, brothers. Fuck, I thought you were so strong. Take the money and get out of here. Don't disturb Mr. Wang's meal. Okay, don't be so rude. I'll get out. Isn't it okay? Lin Feng left the night snack stall, and the crowd dispersed. They were a little disappointed. It was exciting to make some noise. The boss was the happiest one. He finally put down his heart. This group of young people obviously had a special status. If something happened in his stall, the consequences would be disastrous. At this time, Lin Feng was hiding in a small forest in the distance. He squinted his eyes and looked at the group of rich second generations at the barbecue stall with an evil smile. Chapter 44. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I thought it was a troublemaker. What troublemaker? Do you know who he is? Who? Wang Kong. National husband. The one who changes his girlfriend every month. Shoo. Be quiet, don't let anyone hear me. I heard he has a bad temper. Damn, why isn't he at my table? 5,000 yuan, that's my monthly salary. 5,000 yuan is too much for giving up the table. I'm embarrassed. I'll give him a few more kowtows. A group of spectators whispered. No one cared about Lin Feng's embarrassment. Most of them envied him for giving up the table and getting 5,000 yuan. Why can't they get such a good thing? In reality, dignity is worthless. As long as there is enough benefit, dignity is nothing. Master Wang, please take a seat. I have already ordered the food. The dishes will be served soon. That guy just now was really abominable. Master Wang, do you want me to send someone to teach him a lesson? Wang Tsong snorted coldly. Why would you compete with a low-class person? Have you booked the private room? Master Wang, everything is arranged properly. They are all selected. I guarantee your satisfaction. It's mainly about privacy. I don't want to be on the headlines tomorrow. Don't worry about that. We have booked that KTV. At this time, Lin Feng, who was hiding in the corner, was thoughtful. He saw the latest intelligence tips. This group of rich second generations are about to go to Haishanchan's KTV for consumption. The place is booked. The waiters and the boss have evacuated the scene. The cameras are completely turned off. Everything is for privacy. God really helps me. If there were no cameras, it would be more convenient for him to act. This grandson was quite arrogant just now. I will definitely let him experience the dangers of society later. Half an hour later, Wang Tsong and his group left after finishing their meal. At this time, it was already past 2 a.m., and there were not many customers at the night snack stall. Lin Feng looked around and confirmed that there were no cameras here, so he went into the bushes. 10 minutes later, when he appeared again, he had turned into the fugitive appearance before. This time he deliberately chose the area with cameras to walk, so that the police could catch people later. Haishanchan's KTV is a high-end entertainment venue in Suzhou. Although the crackdown has been severe in recent years, the business here is not as good as before, but the boss dare not neglect guests like Wang Kong. In other words, when receiving such guests, he doesn't have to panic at all. Even if something goes wrong, it can basically be settled. Lin Feng saw Wang Tsong enter the KTV, and then the two henchmen said a few words to a middle-aged man. After the other party nodded and bowed and left with several waiters, the door of the KTV was closed. After everyone left, Lin Feng swaggered in through the window of the kitchen at the back door. Except for the necessary lighting, all the lights in the KTV have been turned off. Lin Feng touched the door of the largest private room, and there were singing and some indecent conversations. Mr. Wang, what are you doing? Hee, you are so bad. Can you stop pretending? I'll give you 10,000 each, so let go. Oh, Mr. Wang is so generous, then I can only risk my life to accompany you. It's up to you. There were constant laughter in the private room, which was unbearable to the ears. Lin Feng was indignant. These rich people were too corrupt. Why didn't they let him know earlier that he could have fun like this with money? Suddenly, the door of the private room opened, and a familiar figure walked out of the private room. Wang Tsong, who was a little confused after drinking, actually came out alone. It was really God's help. The second-generation rich man who drank too much. He was going to the toilet and refused to be accompanied by anyone. Lin Feng hurriedly followed him and took out the prepared sack. The dark bathroom was dimly lit. Wang Tsong came to the urinal in a daze. Before he took off his pants, he suddenly felt a black screen in front of his eyes. The sudden change made him half sober in an instant. In a panic, he struggled violently. You, who are you? Who am I? I'm your father. A set of sacks, boundless magic power. Lin Feng knew that it was time for him to vent again. After he locked the toilet door, he immediately launched a set of combination punches. It seemed that every punch hit the flesh, but in fact the strength was just right. It hurt to the bone, but it would not hurt the root. You, who are you? Stop hitting me, it hurts me to death. Fuck you, you also know it hurts. Call me Grandpa. Grandpa, please stop hitting me, I was wrong. That I thought he was so awesome, but he bowed his head and called me Grandpa under the stick. The sack was opened, and Wang Tsong rolled out. When Lin Feng saw the face that was swollen like a pig's head, he almost laughed like a pig. Now even his father might not recognize his son. You who is it? The boy found that the person in front of him was a stranger, but he was ruthless, and he panicked again. The character reproduction technique can not only reproduce the face and body shape, but also the voice and temperament. This is its awesomeness. At this moment, he felt the murderous aura in the eyes of the person in front of him, and he was terrified. The next moment, Lin Feng found that he had wet his pants. The rich second generation who was frightened to urinate incontinence. He was imagining the scene of being killed, and he wanted to call his mother in fear. Lin Feng was so happy that he finally got rid of his anger. Compared with his face just now, this boy is like a grandson. Cry, a grown man is crying for your uncle. Lin Feng raised his hand and slapped Wang Tsong a dozen times, and Wang Tsong's face swelled again. This rich second generation has 3 million cash in his car, which is his pocket money. In order not to leave any traces of consumption, he has developed a good habit of using cash. A light flashed through Lin Feng's mind, and he suddenly had a bold idea. Anyway, it's the wanted criminal who takes the blame, and it has nothing to do with him. The more ruthless he is now, the more he will care about catching him. If you offend a billionaire, you will have to surrender even if you have an atomic bomb in your hand. Boy, I'm a little tight on money recently. Do you have a lot of money? Yes, money is not a problem, I'll transfer it to you. I want cash. What for? You transfer money to me, do you want the police to catch you more easily? Pa. After Lin Feng finished speaking, he slapped Wang Tsong, and Wang Tsong saw stars. No, sir, I don't mean that, don't hit me, please. Give me the money. My money is in the car in the underground garage. Let's go and get it. I advise you not to play tricks. He wanted to ask for help, but now he has given up the idea. He felt that the robbers in front of him really dared to kill people. 10 minutes later, Lin Feng took out 2 heavy canvas bags from the trunk of the car, 2 bags containing 3 million cash. The money is not in consecutive numbers, so there is no risk in using it. Since you listen and cooperate, I will not hurt you. Get out of here. Wang Tsong was as if he had been pardoned, and he rolled and crawled towards the topic. Lin Feng suddenly said arrogantly, remember my name, Fan Dehai. If I see you next time, I will beat you up again. Chapter 45. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Tsong was running and rolling, his pants were soaked. He was in stark contrast to the arrogant young man at the night snack stall. Just now, a piece of information was floating above his head. The rich second generation who secretly took a photo of the criminal's face is now crying and asking his father to avenge him. Sucheng is about to start a full-scale manhunt. Fuck. I'm really sorry for the wanted criminal brother. Lin Feng's mind moved, and the bag of cash in his hand disappeared. With an infinitely large virtual warehouse, it is too convenient to rob houses. Lin Feng swaggered out of the garage, not panicking at all. At this time, the KTV room was quiet. A group of young ladies left trembling, without even getting a tip. Mr. Wang, what happened to you? Who attacked you? Why don't we go to the hospital first? You've lost a lot of blood and your face is swollen. The 2 henchmen were scared to death. They came here to spend money, but they were beaten so badly while going to the toilet. This is the son of a big boss in the top 10 of China's rich list. Aoshan Technology is also a hot technology company in China. one of the few high-tech industries that can compete with Europe and the United States. The two henchmen are both rich second generations in the province. This time they wanted to treat Wang Song well, but things turned out like this. Damn, what the hell, your Sucheng is so safe. I knew that such a small place can't come. They were so scared that they dared not speak. Sucheng is not small, but it is the strongest prefecture-level city. He dared to hit me and blackmail me. I will let him know the consequences of offending me. Even if we are far apart, I will make him pay the price. The henchman lowered his head, trembling, and almost knelt down. At the same time, a Rolls-Royce got on the highway and was rushing from the Magic City to Sucheng. Secretary Qian, go directly to the Sucheng police station. I want to see their director. Don't you go to see the young master first. Whether you see him or not, his injuries will not heal in advance. Although this kid is rebellious, he was beaten like this and blackmailed for 3 million yuan. It's too much. Chairman, Director Zhao of the Magic City Bureau has contacted the Sucheng police. They promised that they will solve the case within 48 hours. I have to go there too. I want to put pressure on them personally. The next day, at 8 o'clock in the morning, in the VIP treatment room of Sucheng People's Hospital, seeing the miserable state of his son, Wang Songyun was furious. Zhang Haishan, director of the Sucheng City Bureau, had his eyelids twitching violently. Such a vicious accident actually occurred in the city under his jurisdiction. The key is that the other party's identity is very prominent. People like Wang Songyun have enough money to affect his career. 48 hours, I can't accept it. 24 hours is the limit. I will do my best. No, it must be done, otherwise, with the public security in Sucheng, I have to consider whether to build the several experimental bases invested here. Zhang Haishan's scalp tingled. If he withdraws his investment, Sucheng will suffer heavy losses, and he can't bear this responsibility. Director, we have news. Through the images recorded by the Skynet system and the video shot by Mr. Wang Tsong, the identity of the other party has been confirmed. Who is he? Fan Dehai, a wanted criminal, has been a mercenary abroad and has committed several crimes in China. We have already locked his location. Then why are you still standing there? Issue a wanted order and let the special police participate in the operation. The person must be brought to the police station within 24 hours. Yes. Zhang Haishan breathed a sigh of relief and regained his confidence. Mr. Wang, please wait for my news. I will do my best to arrest the criminal and bring justice to your son. I hope you won't let me down. In a rental house in the suburbs of Suzhou, Fan Dehai, who was eating instant duck legs, looked at the local news broadcast on the old color TV with a dull look, and his head was buzzing. He couldn't believe the news he saw, as if he had seen a ghost. He came back after having supper last night and never went out again. How come the news said that he not only beat up a top rich second generation, but also extorted 3 million yuan, which is simply inexplicable. The most important thing is that there is a video record, which makes him unable to do anything. In order to convict himself, the Suzhou city officials also used AI to forge a video to convict him. This is impossible. This wave of news made his cerebellum shrink. In order to survive, he kept a low profile and didn't dare to spend millions of yuan every day. He either ate fast food or instant food products. The whole person was surrounded by technology and life. The result is this. The picture you see now is the picture recorded by the victim at the risk of his life. It can be seen that this criminal is very cruel, lawless, and cruel. At present, the Suzhou police have sent special police to arrest him. Please pay attention to safety. If you find this person, call the police immediately and do not arrest him alone. The content of the emergency news broadcast completely woke Fan Dehai up. The matter was a bit weird, but there was no time to figure out what was going on. The only thing he could do now was to run for his life. Fan Dehai picked up a spray gun from under the bed and picked up the backpack on the bed to run away, but when he opened the door, he was dumbfounded. More than a dozen police cars were parked outside the door, and a group of armed special police surrounded the place. The rumbling sound above his head made the mercenary, who had been in the battlefield for a long time and had cruel means, sweat on his forehead. 5 armed helicopters were hovering in the sky. Fan Dehai, you have been surrounded. Don't resist. Put down your weapons, otherwise you will die. Damn it, I haven't committed a crime since I came to Suzhou. You are throwing dirty water and making me take the blame. I am Zhang Haishan, the director of the Suqing City Bureau. There is no way out of resistance. Don't be stubborn. The evidence is irrefutable. Don't quibble. Give up your fantasy and resistance. The Huaxia police will not let you run away. Fuck you. It wasn't me. Why do you admit it? I'll kill you. Fan Dehai felt aggrieved. It was okay to convict him, but he couldn't wrongly accuse people. I also have principles. It's better to die with dignity than to be imprisoned unjustly. Zhang Haishan saw that something was wrong and said coldly on the intercom, if the criminal resists, he will be shot on the spot. Bang, a huge gunshot sounded, and Fan Dehai held the gun, staring with his eyes, and a bloody hole between his eyebrows. As his eyes lost their identity, he fell on his back and fell heavily to the ground, dying with his eyes open. Report to the director, the criminal has been shot dead. Zhang Haishan breathed a sigh of relief. It was better that the person was dead, otherwise the interrogation would be troublesome. He picked up the intercom and said in a serious tone, send a forensic doctor to perform an autopsy. In addition, the criminal investigation team searched and found that the criminal extorted 3 million yuan in cash. See if it is in the house. At the same time, Lin Feng, who was watching the news of the arrest in the hotel, felt his scalp tingling. It was terrible. Such efficiency and decisive decision-making. The consequences of offending capital were terrible. Chapter 46. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Feng stared at the live news of Suqing TV station intently. He saw the wanted criminal Fan Dehai being shot dead with his own eyes. The pair of open eyes looked at the sky, gradually disintegrated, and finally lost their spirit. Because the picture was bloody, it was quickly switched. After all, it was not appropriate for ordinary people to see it. Then, the picture switched to a middle-aged policeman who was being interviewed with a serious look. Director Zhao, please briefly introduce the process of arresting this criminal. What made the police solve the case in such a short time? Faith in the heart of justice, this is our duty. Suqing does not allow such vicious criminals to destroy harmonious life. Director Zhao took the lead and demonstrated the heroic qualities of the Chinese police. This is what I should do. The beautiful reporter smiled and conducted the interview mechanically, what to ask and how to answer. Anyway, they all use templates, it is not difficult. Director Zhao, the criminal committed robbery before his death. The victim claimed that he was robbed of 3 million yuan in cash. Has the police found any clues about this money? Lin Feng was stunned, and the mobile phone with a cigarette in his mouth stopped. In fact, he was a little worried. The system prompts that there will be no loopholes and it can be used at will, but Lin Feng doesn't think so. Non-consecutive numbers do not mean that the source of the money cannot be found. As long as you unravel the mystery, it is easy to determine whether the money is stolen money based on the serial number. The state machine is not a vegetarian. When it is in operation, it is difficult to guarantee that there will be no problems. The golden finger can guide you, but you also have to have some brains. The so-called normal use of it may have some preconditions. Lin Feng plans to take a look. In the TV camera, Director Zhao smiled slightly when he heard the words, with an expression of confidence. That look shows that he is planning and winning thousands of miles away. Have we found out the result? Lin Feng was in doubt. The money would never be found in his own space. As long as he didn't use it, he would be safe in his life, but Director Zhao's face seemed to have known the result. Was he going to get away with it? Lin Feng became interested and stared at the TV with interest. Ahem, after a careful search by our police officers, although it was very hard, the hard work paid off. The 3 million cash that was robbed has been found. Did the criminal hide in his room? Yes, when we surrounded Fan Dehai, he only brought a travel bag in a hurry. We found 800,000 cash in the travel bag, and another 2.2 million under the bed in the rental house, a total of 3 million, not a penny less. Director Zhao has worked hard. It's nothing. This is what we should do. Lin Feng's head was buzzing, and he was a little at a loss. In Liliuan, strange things happen every year, but this is too exaggerated. Is it a smokescreen? In order to let himself relax his vigilance, once he uses the money, he will be targeted immediately. Because of a coincidence, the 3 million yuan hidden by the criminal Fan Dehai was mistaken for the 3 million yuan robbed, and the danger has been completely eliminated. Lin Feng gave the system a thumbs up in his heart. His luck is ridiculous, and he can encounter such a coincidence, which is simply ridiculous. There is no worry, and the 3 million yuan has completely become his. He is short of money. He bought a house with 20 million yuan, and now he is worried about how to recover the money quickly. After turning off the TV, Lin Feng lay on the bed, holding his head with his hands and humming a little song, feeling very comfortable. Since getting the system, it can be said that everything has been smooth sailing. With money, he has become stronger and stronger. Moving into the new house soon, he can be considered a successful man. From disliking the golden finger at the beginning, to Lin Feng's love for it now. Congratulations on completing a positive energy intelligence, successfully killing a wanted criminal who had been on the run for many years. This behavior has saved China from more than 10 unnecessary deaths. The merit is huge. Reward points, 200 W, positive energy points, 100, positive energy points. What the hell, this time there are new props. He has also figured out the rules of the system. Points are indispensable for completing a task. If the system evolves, some new abilities will be unlocked. He doesn't know how strong he will be in the end, but there is no suspense that he will be invincible. However, he has no idea what the positive energy points that appeared this time are. In the prop column of the system panel, there is a group of white mist squirming. Lin Feng took a look and felt very comfortable. At this moment, it seemed that all the darkness in the world disappeared. And only light existed. Fuck, what's going on? This thing seems to be able to affect my will. Lin Feng muttered, a little panicked. Just a moment ago, he felt that his saintly heart was bursting, and he broke out in a cold sweat. After a while, Lin Feng found that there was nothing unusual, so he covered his consciousness again. The points that can be extracted by completing positive energy events can be infused into any life target, including animals, which has the effect of correcting the 3 views and bringing people on the right path. Note, human nature is evil. Everyone has an evil side. Some people show it, some people hide it, and the evil corresponds to the corresponding points. The higher the worse. When you inject justice points, if it suppresses the evil points, the target person will perform positive energy behaviors. Positive energy behaviors include admitting mistakes, self-exposure of black materials, etc. Please use with caution. Lin Feng was stunned. His eyes flickered. This function seems to be quite strange, but it is terrifying when you think about it carefully. If you think about it carefully, isn't this a brainwashing artifact? I'm afraid it's even more outrageous than Tang Seng's 3-inch tongue. At the critical moment, it can save lives. There are many rewards for each intelligence completion, and as long as a major task is completed, there are special abilities and props to unlock. The potential of the golden finger is unlimited. Lin Feng was in high spirits, and he had confidence in life again. As long as he doesn't get carried away, with the help of the system, he will be able to stand at the top of the world. Sooner or later. Ding-ling-ling. Lin Feng came back to his senses, and it turned out that his mobile phone rang. He picked it up and saw that it was Lu Xiaoyun calling. This is a very important call. The procedures for the house you bought have been completed and you can move in at any time. Lin Feng smiled and answered the phone. Hello, it's me. Done. Okay, I'll come and get it later. Can I move in tonight? Okay. After hanging up the phone, he immediately checked out and went to the new sales office of Jinhuyuan. In 3 days, Lu Xiaoyun's temperament has completely changed. Wearing a professional suit, the whole person looks a lot more confident. Seeing Lin Feng, he greeted him enthusiastically. Mr. Lin, here are your house deeds, land certificates and keys. Thank you. I should thank you for helping me sell a luxury house. It can be seen that she was very excited. The commission from this house was enough to improve the living conditions of this girl who had just entered the society. Everyone wants what they need. Why are you being polite? It's all because of your good service attitude. I'll go see the house first and talk when I'm free. Lin Feng didn't want to get entangled and was about to leave, but a voice came from behind him. Mr. Lin, please stay. I'm the manager of the sales office. I'm glad to meet you. Chapter 47. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Manager Jiang, you are here. Xiao Lu, is this Mr. Lin? You did a good job, and you found such a high-quality customer. This is what I should do. Jiang Tao patted Lu Xiaoyun on the shoulder, his eyes full of praise. Xiao Lu, you have worked hard, go and rest first, I will talk to Mr. Lin. The other party is a young man in his 30s, quite thin, but estimated to be 180 centimeters tall, wearing a pair of glasses, quite gentle, with a bit of cultured temperament, but Lin Feng looked uncomfortable, always with a taste of a gentleman, and his body movements to Lu Xiaoyun were too intimate, not normal, patting the shoulder, let him go to rest, and even put his arm around his shoulder. As the saying goes, we are not afraid of hooligans being bad, but we are afraid of hooligans being cultured. This grandson has no flesh on his face, wears glasses, and combs his hair back. He looks like a traitor, and he looks treacherous no matter how you look at him. Hello, Mr. Lin. My name is Jiang Tao. I am the manager of the sales office. I am very happy to meet you. Thank you for your support for our new employee Lu Xiaoyun. You are welcome. She is very professional. I heard that you indirectly saved her life in the last fire. Mr. Lin is really a lucky star. Manager Jiang, you seem to care about her a lot. Lin Feng suddenly lowered his voice and asked in an ambiguous tone. Hey, to be honest, I am in my early 30s and I don't have a girlfriend. Xiaoyun is very outstanding and I feel good about her. Manager Jiang is not married yet. I'm sorry to embarrass you. I can't find a suitable one. Lin Feng's eyes flickered and he laughed in his heart, this grandson, he is quite good at pretending to be an innocent young man. Name, Jiang Tao, age, 34, personality, lustful, greedy, loves to lie. This is a man without integrity, no responsibility for marriage. He has been married for 8 years and has 2 children, although not divorced. The relationship between husband and wife has broken down. He has supported 4 mistresses in the past 5 years. Lu Xiaoyun is the 5th target. He has no integrity in love. The first 4 mistresses had abortions for him a total of 8 times, but they all could not escape the fate of being abandoned. This unscrupulous young man is defined as an evil person, evil value, 30. Since getting the justice value, Lin Feng found that he can see the justice and evil values of the target, which is quite convenient. Jiang Tao is indeed a cultured hooligan, a beast in human clothing. Mr. Lin. What's wrong with you? Nothing, I just think that the age difference between you and Lu Xiaoyun is a bit big. Age is not a problem, as long as it's true love, I think it's fine. Mr. Jiang is quite open-minded, why don't you ask the woman's opinion? Lin Feng's half-smile made him feel a little guilty. Jiang Tao quickly changed the subject and said, let's not talk about this, I still want to thank you for your support. Manager Jiang, I made 2 cups of tea, what are you talking about? Oh. It's okay, Xiao Lu, wait for me after get off work, I'll treat you to dinner. Ah. No. No, Manager Jiang, I still have to sort out the information tonight. It's okay, work and rest, I'll sort it out tomorrow, I'll give you a few days. Lu Xiaoyun looked a little embarrassed, and it can be seen that she is a little resistant to Jiang Tao's enthusiasm, but due to work reasons, she can't show it too obviously. Lin Feng saw the trick at a glance. This young saleswoman who has just entered the workplace is still in the initial stage of her career. She sees the intentions of her boss. Although she is very resistant, she dare not refuse openly for fear of affecting her work and career. No one is a fool. If you can't feel the other party's intentions, you are really an idiot. Unfortunately, there are many things in life that are beyond your control. Lu Xiaoyun resisted in her heart, but she was afraid of the other party's power. Lin Feng thought about it and decided to see what Lu Xiaoyun really thought. If she was willing to sell her body for money, he would not bother to care. This young person who has just entered the workplace is afraid of her boss in her heart, but she dare not refuse. The other party's enthusiasm because of her work, her patience is limited. If the other party is too aggressive and takes further action, she will resist even if she loses her job. Lu Xiaoyun's values are fine, so I can help her, but how to help? Hint: use justice points to interfere with the target's mind, let him admit his mistakes and resign voluntarily. The young female salesperson in front of you will get a chance to be promoted, and her future will be bright. Fuck, it's worthy of being a system, and it has come up with a way to have the best of both worlds. Justice points just to try the effect, 30 evil points. As long as 31 points are injected, this kid will repent. Manager Jiang, it's not good to force someone to do something. Lin Feng suddenly interrupted. Jiang Tao was stunned, frowned and looked towards him. In an instant, the feeling of the world spinning around came over him, the boy's face froze, and his eyes suddenly became dull. Consume 31 points of justice points, 69 points remaining, target infusion successful. Name, Jiang Tao, evil value, 0, justice value, 1. At this moment, Jiang Tao suddenly felt that he was an unforgivable person. These fragments of his young memories kept flashing through his mind. And he actually felt like vomiting, ridiculous, outrageous, and unforgivable. He hated his past self, which was simply disgusting. A scumbag who is changing sharply, he is about to lose control of his emotions and repent for all his beastly behavior in the past. Song Kai, the person in charge of Sucheng, the developer of Jinhuyuan, is about to pass by here, and is shocked by the scumbag's despicable behavior, and fires him. This kid is really unlucky, but he deserves it. Manager Jiang, what's wrong with you? Lu Xiaoyun saw that the other party's face was not natural, and his eyes were a little confused, and she felt a little uneasy. She was afraid that her attitude would offend the other party. However, Jiang Tao suddenly started crying, and the crying became louder and louder, and soon turned into a howling. Xiao Lu, I am not a human being. I am already married and have 2 sons, and I still want you to be a mistress. Ah! Lu Xiaoyun screamed, and her face turned red. She knew that Jiang Tao was interested in her, but to the outside world he was obviously an older unmarried young man. How could he be married? Don't be surprised, I have been lying to you and setting up a persona. In fact, I am a scumbag. I have kept 4 mistresses. They aborted 8 children for me, and I finally abandoned them. I am not a human being. I deserve to die. I am a beast, even worse than a maggot. This guy knelt on the ground and raised his hand to slap himself in the face. He slapped him more than a dozen times in a row without stopping. Manager Lu. What's wrong with you? Suddenly, a low questioning voice came from behind the crowd. Jiang Tao raised his head and burst into tears after seeing the other party. Mr. Song, I was wrong. I have been planning how to squeeze you out and become the head of the Sucheng branch. I am shameless. Lin Feng was dumbfounded. This was unexpected. This kid was afraid that he was going to be in big trouble. The middle-aged man standing not far away was of an extraordinary status. Chapter 48. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Name, Song Kai, age, 45, personality, decisive, shrewd, opinionated, identity, general manager of Xingshi Real Estate Suzhou branch. As the head of a branch of a Fortune 500 real estate group, he was shocked and angry when he heard that someone wanted to squeeze him out. The sales center manager in front of him was about to be fired and banned in the industry. Character evaluation, justice value 50 points, how miserable. Lin Feng was shocked. This guy didn't choose the right time to confess. He met a big leader and was completely screwed. Moreover, Lin Feng also discovered a rule. Only when an evil person becomes righteous will the confession and self-exposure mechanism be triggered. If the target person is originally a good person, then everything is normal and these underworld buffs will not be triggered. Song. Manager Song. Why are you here? Lu Xiaoyun obviously recognized the other party's identity and showed panic. Song Kai has been very upset recently. Not long ago, a fire broke out in the Jinhuyuan sales center, killing and injuring several people. The company paid a lot of money and suffered heavy losses. The head office naturally held him accountable. Today, he came to inspect and encounter this kind of thing. Suddenly, he looked at Lu Xiaoyun and asked, "Are you the only survivor of the sales center?" "Mr. Song, it's me. I heard that you also sold a 20 million yuan large flat." I was lucky, and Mr. Lin gave me face. No, it was Miss Lu's good service attitude that made me decide to buy that house." Song Kai looked at Lin Feng and suddenly showed a look of surprise. The young man in front of him looked only in his early 20s, but he could actually buy a 20 million yuan house. Whose son is he? While guessing the identity of the young man who bought the luxury house, the head of the group branch thinks he is a super-rich second generation who has hidden his identity. Very satisfied with the young female salesperson at the sales office, feels that she has a great talent for sales, and thinks that she can be entrusted with an important task and become the head of the sales center. At this moment, Lin Feng finally figured it out. Not long ago, I saw Lu Xiaoyun shine in the house. Buying industry and become a gold medal salesperson. It turns out that all of this is related. In the final analysis, it is still him who has led all of this invisibly. For her, this is a great opportunity. "Mr. Lin, are you the young man who bought the 20 million yuan large flat? Nice to meet you." "Hello, my name is Lin Feng." In the final analysis, it is because Miss Lu has professional ethics and does not judge people by appearance that I decided to buy from him. To be honest, there are not many sales offices in your group that can reach his level. Really? It seems that I have to pay more attention to the grassroots employees. The words of a customer who can spend 20 million yuan to buy a house, and pay in full, are definitely worth listening to. No reason is needed, money is the reason. He rolled his eyes and smiled. "Xiao Lu, it seems that you are really outstanding. As long as you have the ability, our group will have the opportunity. The new site of Jinhuyuan Sales Center will be reopened next. You can be the manager. Remember, it doesn't matter if you are young or not, but you must not do something immoral, and you must not look at people with tinted glasses. The taboo in this industry is to judge people by appearance." Song. "Mr. Song, are you kidding? How can I be kidding? From today, I will give you a fixed salary of 10,000 yuan, 5 insurances, and 1 housing fund. In addition, if I sell the house from you, the commission will be calculated as usual." Happiness came so suddenly that she was a little confused. "Xiao Lu, you still have to thank Mr. Lin. He recommended you." "Mr. Lin, thank you so much." "You're welcome. You guys chat. I'm going to see the house. Miss Lu, I wish you a bright future." Lin Feng put his hands in his pockets and glanced at Jiang Tao lying on the ground. There was a piece of information on his head. The target person whose personality is forcibly changed will have serious sequelae. Due to the stimulation, this unlucky person will suffer from severe depression, nightmares all day long, and live a life worse than death. Lin Feng felt uneasy. This ability would actually have such a big sequelae. If there is no deep hatred in the future, he must not use it indiscriminately. It would be a sin. "Xiao Lu, do you know Mr. Lin?" "Mr. Song, I don't know him. At first, he came on a shared bicycle. I thought that the purpose of our company is not to judge people by appearance. Even if a homeless person comes to see the house, you have to take him with you. Xiao Lu, you are lucky. This person is not simple." Huh. At this moment, Song Kai had already imagined Lin Feng as the son of a wealthy family in China. Of course, he was very pleased and satisfied with Lu Xiaoyun's equal service attitude. This place is really luxurious. It is indeed one of the most wealthy communities in Sichuan. Lin Feng came to his building, feeling a lot of emotion in his heart. This community is too perfect. The road surface, greenery, and various public facilities all look like new. Entering his building, the interior is magnificent, the walls and the ground are spotless. The more than 10,000 property fees paid this year are reasonable. Lin Feng lives on the 11th floor, and he walked towards the elevator. The elevator door opened at this time. A woman with cool clothes and a hot body came out with a twist of her waist. Lin Feng walked towards the elevator with his hands in his pockets. He has also seen beautiful women, and ordinary goods are not in his eyes. Suddenly, a voice called him. Lin Feng. Is it really you? Huh? Who are you? Lin Feng turned his head in confusion, and it turned out that it was a sexy woman who called him. Don't you recognize me? No, why should I know you? Damn, you are not setting up a trap. What? My best friend, Wang Shui, of Tian. Oh. I don't remember. Lin Feng, you are pretending to be very good. When you were chasing Tian, you came to me for help. Ah. If you hadn't told me, I would have forgotten. I gave you 1,000 yuan that time. Pay it back quickly. People say Tian tricked you, but you tricked her in return. I still don't believe it. It seems that you have really changed. Fuck, that bitch wanted to cheat my parents out of the car accident compensation, and I indulged her. Wang Shui frowned and asked sarcastically, why did you come here? You can't afford to buy a house here, right? Are you renting it? No, you can't afford it either. I get it. You are here to deliver food, right? Huh, a loser is a loser. How about it? Have you seen a large flat? Do you want to go to my house and take a look? Forget it, Tian was also crazy at the beginning. She is so beautiful, wouldn't it be comfortable to find a boss? In the end, she came to trick you, a loser, and slept with a gangster in society for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and got sick and went to jail. What a fool. Oh. So you are being kept? Wang Shui's expression suddenly froze. She glared at Lin Feng and said coldly, this has nothing to do with you. I warn you to be careful when you speak. And this place is not for a loser like you. Chapter 49. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wang Shui looked at Lin Feng proudly, her eyes full of provocation. She and Tian were best friends and had a good relationship, but this was all an illusion. In fact, both of them were scheming women. It was just that Wang Shui seemed to be much smarter and knew that being kept was more cost-effective than messing around outside. Lin Feng was also a celebrity in school. Of course, his reputation came from the name of licking dog. Can such a loser afford a house in Jinhuyuan? She would rather believe that aliens are going to attack the earth tonight than believe these. A poor gold digger, her college life made her fall in love with the life of luxury. In order to live a luxurious life, this female college student was willing to become a mistress to satisfy her vanity. She has taken peptides twice, and the probability of infertility in the future is as high as 80%. The female college student who is about to be beaten up because her boss who kept her was exposed and her original wife is about to come to her door. If you don't intervene, she will escape. She lives in room 1105 on the 11th floor of this building. Oh my goodness, the original wife has come to the door. This time there will be a good show to watch, but if he hadn't intervened, it seems that such an explosive plot would not have been triggered. This woman feels so good about herself and dreams of being a rich woman, she needs to wake up. Humph, what are you looking at? She looks like a pervert and has no quality. A second-hand product left over by a 60-year-old man. I want to see a hammer, just to remind you that being a mistress has risks. The news let it go, the original wife tore the mistress apart. That's a miserable kind. What if you are disfigured directly? Your life is over. It's inexplicable. I'm too lazy to care about you. Go and deliver the takeaway quickly. If you exceed the time limit, I'll punish you to death. Wang Shui twisted her waist and left. She didn't want to stay. In the past, Raymond Lam was a dull person, but since Tian was sent to prison by him, he has changed. I didn't believe the rumors at first, but today, I see that he is indeed a rogue, the mistress who hasn't had her period for a month and is going to buy a pregnancy test stick. This woman seems to want to get promoted. Lin Feng touched his chin, thought for a moment, then went to the trash can next to him, lit a cigarette, and smoked quietly. About 15 minutes later, two figures appeared at the corner in the distance, a man and a woman, both in their early 50s. The man was wearing a suit, bald, sweating, nervous, and very embarrassed. The woman next to him was dressed like a noble lady, carrying a small bag, with an angry face. Wife, let's go back. I just rented a house here for the convenience of work. Don't listen to what others say. I'll know if it's nonsense when I go to see it. Why don't you feel guilty? I don't feel guilty. It's so hot. You should be less angry. Humph, be less angry. If it really didn't happen, I will apologize to you, but if it does, you should be ready to leave the house. An old couple, no longer in love, came here to catch the mistress. This middle-aged man has a 20-year-old female college student who lives in room 1105. This lady got the news and came to catch the mistress. 10 minutes later, the mistress will return. There is a 100% chance of conflict and a 100% chance of miscarriage due to beating. The consequences are serious, but Wang Shui's face is so hateful that she doesn't deserve sympathy at all. Wife, stop making trouble. If you keep talking nonsense, believe it or not, I will sue you for divorce right now. That the old man was stunned, lowered his head and dared not speak again. It was obvious that he was afraid of his wife. The two ignored Lin Feng and entered the elevator. Lin Feng saw the elevator went up to the 11th floor, stayed for about 10 minutes and then came down. Look, I didn't lie to you, there was no one in that room. I have already given up the lease, how could I support a mistress? You are lucky, don't let me catch you next time. The lady picked up the photo in her hand and took a look, her fierce eyes were exposed. Lin Feng glanced and saw that it was indeed Wang Shui in the photo. Lin Feng put out his cigarette and walked into the building. When he passed by the lady, he deliberately stopped and asked in confusion, "Are you looking for someone?" "We are not looking for anyone, get out of here." "Why are you so nervous? Do you feel guilty when someone asks you?" "Have you seen this woman?" that the lady just asked casually, but scared her husband half to death. His face was extremely pale and he stared at Lin Feng fiercely, as if warning him not to talk nonsense. However, Lin Feng ignored him directly. He took the photo and glanced at it, and said in surprise, "Oh, isn't this the woman who lives on the 11th floor, 1105? She just went out and I don't know what she did." "Damn it, don't talk nonsense, Snap. The lady slapped her wife directly and scolded, "You gave I shut up." Lin Feng pretended to be terrified and said, "What are you doing?" That the lady took out 2,000 yuan from her bag and said, "Tell me the truth, these are all yours. Have you really seen this woman?" "Yes, she is on the 11th floor." "Don't give me the money. I can't lie to you. She just went out, but she is wearing pajamas. I guess she will be back soon." "Oh, look, she is not back." That Wang Shui held the pregnancy test stick in her hand, her eyes full of joy. When she saw the middle-aged man, she did not find that he was afraid, but said happily, "Dear, you are here, I am pregnant, you can divorce that yellow-faced woman. We have a child." Lin Feng was so scared that his scalp was numb. This woman's eyesight was too bad. He quickly stepped back and entered the building without making a sound. The middle-aged man looked desperate, and the lady was angry. She roared, "You little bitch, dare to seduce my husband, I will kill you." This woman was also very fierce. She took off her high heels and rushed forward. Soon the two wrestled together and rolled on the ground. However, Wang Shui was young after all, lacked experience in the martial arts world, and was not as strong as the other party. Soon, the noble lady took the initiative and pressed the other party to the ground and punched and kicked. "Damn it, I let you be a vixen and destroy other people's families. I will beat you to death, you little bitch." Women fight by grabbing. The noble lady grabbed the other party's hair and used the 9-in white bone claw to greet him crazily. Wang Shui's face soon became stained. "You are pregnant, right? You want me to abdicate, right? Okay, I will send your little bitch to see the king of hell." "Wife, don't." The middle-aged man was scared to death. He saw his wife stand up and actually raised her foot to step on Wang Shui's lower abdomen. At this moment, he was scared to death. It was not that he was reluctant to give up the child, but it would be troublesome if he killed someone. "Ah!" A scream sounded. Wang Shui wailed in pain, the ground was covered with blood, the scene was extremely miserable. The lady also vented her anger at this time, and her face showed the pleasure of revenge. Fox Spirit, are you proud of me? Lin Feng silently entered the elevator and pressed the 11th floor. When the elevator door closed, he saw the police who rushed to the scene through the crack of the door. The police who rushed to the scene after receiving the report from the residents. The perpetrator will be sentenced, and the victim will be seriously injured and hospitalized. Although he saved his life, he will be infertile for life and have serious sequelae. This incident will not implicate you. In 5 minutes, a policeman will come to your door to understand the situation. Tell the truth and you will not bear any legal responsibility. Chapter 50. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just kidding, the psychological quality is no longer the same as it used to be. It is normal to hear the news. After all, he is acting as a guide, but this tragedy must have nothing to do with him. He didn't know these people. He was just kind-hearted. The moment he opened the door of room 1102, Lin Feng was stunned. There was a trance in front of his eyes, as if he was dreaming. The spacious living room, the large balcony about 5 meters long, and the endless lake in front of it make people feel happy at a glance. Damn, the life of rich people is really great. Lin Feng couldn't help but sigh. This is just a luxury house in Sucheng. If it is a first-tier city, it may be more luxurious. The interior decoration is also very comfortable, modern and simple. 5 rooms, 3 bathrooms, a kitchen. It is a bit empty for one person to live. 10 minutes later, Lin Feng sent the police away and lay on the soft sofa. It was simple to hear the news. And the police didn't say anything, just took a simple record and left. He just provided the information out of kindness. Who knew Wang Shui would be beaten to the point of miscarriage? He wanted to take a nap. This was the first luxury house in his life. It would be a lie to say he wasn't excited. Congratulations on your perfect completion of the intelligence on eradicating the mistress, which has reduced the world's illegitimate child, increased the jailed shrew and punished inferior female college students. Fuck, can you congratulate me for this? Are you going to reward me again? This intelligence score reward is 100W, and evil points are obtained, 100 points. Lin Feng guessed that where there are justice points, there will be evil points. It really came. Last time, helping the police to kill a very dangerous wanted criminal was a positive energy behavior. This time, although Wang Shui and the middle-aged couple were not good people, they also used dirty tricks, and finally all 3 of them paid a heavy price. So this time, I gave them evil points. He couldn't wait to enter the prop column in the system, and a black mist was flickering. Evil point can only be used on evil people, not on decent people. When the target is an evil person, it can make the other party more evil in a short period of time, thus committing unforgivable crimes. Note, please use this function with caution. If used improperly, it will harm innocent people and cause unnecessary sins. It seems that this thing is very dangerous and cannot be used casually, but in certain scenarios, letting 2 villains fight each other, or black eat black, seems to have unexpected magical effects. Lin Feng put away his thoughts. After all, it is a prop and will be used in research later. He now wants to understand who lives in such a luxurious community. With full power, Lin Feng's meaning enveloped the entire building in an instant. However, the perspective function can only penetrate 2 walls. Fortunately, there is no need. With a glance, the basic information of this building is in place. This Lakeview large flat has 16 floors in total. Except for the 11th floor which has 3 households, the other floors have 5 households. Actually, a large flat should have 1 household per floor. However, land is expensive now, and this building only has a Lakeview flat on the 11th floor. Anyway, the design is quite strange. After all, it has been a few years, and it is not a new community. When I have money in the future, I must go to a big city to buy a luxury house. Lin Feng secretly made up his mind. This building is the best building in the community, with an excellent location. The first to 16 floors are full of tenants. Except for 3 tenants, the rest are owner-occupied. A lawyer, 2 doctors, and 3 senior managers of Fortune 500 companies live on the first floor. A well-known sculptor, 3 university professors, and a well-known expert in oncology live on the second floor. A financial elite, a stock market analyst, a news anchor of Suzhou TV station, and 2 jewelers live on the third floor. 3 private entrepreneurs, 2 Fortune 500 certified public accountants, and a well-known feng shui master live on the fourth floor. A millionaire female internet celebrity, a well-known car company chairman, a well-known depression, and a local entertainment group chairman live on the 5th floor. Lin Feng saw all the way to the top floor. All the elites from various industries lived in this building, almost all industries such as finance, medical care, private entrepreneurs, media, and the internet live here. If the relationship is spread here, then it will definitely be very popular in Suzhou in the future. At this time, Lin Feng covered the 11th floor with his consciousness. There are 3 households living here, and Wang Shui's room is empty. But Lin Feng still doesn't know who lives in room 1104 on the right. Other floors have little to do with him, but he still needs to make good use of the neighborhood relationship on this floor. He turned on his perspective ability, and it was easy to penetrate the wall. Fuck. Why is it a young woman? She's pretty, and her appearance is no worse than Chu Shanshan's. 2 women, they are not of the same style. Chu Shanshan is playful, cute and slightly sexy, while the beauty next door is a queen, with long flowing hair and a white shirt hanging casually. She gives people a very lazy beauty. However, Lin Feng was a little confused. This woman seemed to be in the bathroom, but she was definitely not going to the toilet. She had her back to him, squatting on the ground, outlining a perfect curve. Her hands kept fiddling behind the toilet. A hammer was thrown out by her, and then a pair of pliers, then a screwdriver and black tape were thrown out. Lin Feng's mind was full of question marks, and he didn't know what this woman was doing. Suddenly, he found that there was a splash behind the toilet, and the whole view was blurred. A huge stream of water sprayed out, and the girl was directly hit by Tan Fei. Lin Feng was stunned. What was going on? Demolishing the house. A bathroom with a faulty water pipe, which was broken due to irregular maintenance, needs to close the main valve to solve the problem. A beautiful girl who knows nothing about maintenance broke the water pipe due to an operational error. Lin Feng was speechless. In such a high-end community, if the water pipe is broken, can't you ask the property management? Why do you fix it yourself? At this time, the girl in the vision is very embarrassed, and her white shirt is all wet and quite transparent. However, at this moment, he has been blinded by curiosity and has no time to appreciate it. Suddenly, he found that the girl got up and went directly to the living room to open the door and walked out. Ding dong. Lin Feng retracted his perspective and stared at his own door blankly. Ding dong. Excuse me, is there anyone? Why did this woman come to his house? The rich girl outside the door is at her wit's end. She knows nothing about repairing water pipes. She hopes to get help from her neighbor next door. No way, she comes here to ask me to repair the water pipe myself. Is she serious? Lin Feng thought about it and decided not to open the door. It's better to have less trouble than more. Hint, if the water pipe next door is not repaired, it will break in 10 minutes, and the water will spread to your home, causing serious damage. Lin Feng was stunned. Could it be that there is a big-breasted and helpless vase living next door? It's not enough for me not to help. If my new home is flooded, who can I go to for justice? Excuse me, is there anyone? The girl's voice came from the door again, in a very urgent tone. I'm coming, who is it?